Epilogue. Type, 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 type. Mike trained his gaze on the flickering fingertips of the concierge as she was proficiently pounding away on her khaki-colored keyboard. Her nails were cracked and chipped from hundreds of thousands of keystrokes. The relentless repetition reeled in Mike's fleeting focus. Normally I would have brushed something like that off as some innocuous detail, but every keystroke resonated as a reticent reminder of Katharina. "How was your stay with us?" "How was my stay? How was my stay," she says. "Get a load of this," Mike said in a somewhat irritated tone of voice. It was clear she was trying to alleviate some of the tension. The concierge didn't immediately respond to Mike's sanctimonious show of smarminess. She was probably trying to put the words together, like a child stumbling through flashcards mid-speech at the Model United Nations. Type, type, type. "I mean, aside from the knife wound, and one of your concierge trying to kill me, it wasn't too bad." "A concierge stabbed you? Wow." "Wow. Really? I tell you one of your staff members stabbed me, and all you can say is, wow?" Type, 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 type. Abruptly and without warning, the typing stopped dead in its tracks, like a train slamming on its brakes and skidding to a stop. Well, what?" Mike said while favoring his shoulder. "Well, what did you say to the concierge?" "What did I say to her? What did I say to her? What's that supposed to mean?" "What I meant was, you must have really gotten her riled up for her to want to stab you. Typically, from my experience, people don't stab you for no reason." "I'm sorry. You said what now?" Mike asked with a gaping hole where his lips used to be. "I mean, you must have done something to deserve getting stabbed, right? Like it takes a lot to stab somebody. It's not like shooting somebody. Stabbing is up close and personal. Anybody can go around and point a gun at somebody, but stabbing, that is something else." Mike Sr. was sitting down in the lobby, uncontrollably laughing, like the first time you see someone have milk come out of their nose. He was tuned into the impending disaster brewing at the checkout conversation. Mike rolled up his newspaper and smacked the arm of the pleather captain's chair. The pleather was worn out like a car with an odometer passing 300,000 miles. He rose from the chair and placed the newspaper firmly under his armpit. He slowly walked over to the front desk to alleviate his unsuspecting grandson from a clearly flammable conversation. He took the newspaper from under his armpit and gently smacked the back of his grandson's head. "Well, honey, he had the gall to go Dutch." "No, you didn't." "On a first date, nonetheless." "How could you do that? Shame on you, young man." "She freaking stabbed me," Mike protested persistently. "Serves you right, cheapskate," she said stubbornly under her breath. Type, type, type. "You're fine. It's just a flesh wound. Don't be such a sissy. I'd take a stabbing over a shooting any day. How bad can it be?" Mike sighed and said, "The shame almost hurts as bad as the knife wound." Type, type, type. "Okay," she said while spinning around to the printer. "We've got you checked out and I've billed the credit card we had on file for your incidentals." "Incidentals? What incidentals?" "Yes, sir. We charged you for the expenses on the minibar. It's all itemized here for you in your bill." "I didn't touch the minibar." "Sir, according to our audit, the only thing left was an untouched bag of peanuts." "First she tries to kill me, then she tries to rob me?" "Could be worse. Look at the bright side." "Bright side? You gotta be kidding me. What bright side? What kind of possible silver lining could I get from this trip?" "Stop being so negative," the concierge said reflexively. Type, type, type. Click, click, click. "Yeah, think of it this way. When you're my age one day, heaven help us when that day comes, you've got a great story to tell your grandson." He ain't lying, kid. Plus, you earned an invaluable lesson. Oh my God, get me out of here. The concierge looked at Mike with some reproach. She had her arms folded and her eyebrows slanted down. Mike knew better than to overstay his welcome and snatched the bill from the concierge. He ripped it from her grasp like an owl snatching up a field mouse. All right. I'll never go Dutch on the first date. The end.